y'all, come on. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Get ready, come on, let's go. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Your boy. So y'all signs on. Yeah. Shelly Dale. It's my boy Tyrone Scott, so we're rocking with the Junkie Dogs. And Dale's in his house. Check. And for all the people out there that love us, we love you back. Thank you all. Get ready for an amazing show. For the Wolfkeeper. Get ready. Here we go. Woo! It's going to be a great show today. Susan!
Hey!
Are you there?
I am.
How you feel?
I am feeling awesome. Thank you. And how are you?
I feel amazing. I have to tell you, I love that color because that's that looks like a burnt orange. What color is that?
This is safety orange.
Safety orange.
See what I did there?
Safety.
Yes.
Those are like Leo colors to me.
My product is all about safety. So this is subliminal. The orange in my branding is safety orange.
Safety orange going down. Hey, I'm so excited. Chanelly Nail, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning. Hey, Susan.
Hey, Chanel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we're all live. We're gonna what is going on? We'll be sharing this, preparing. We got a little glitch on their Facebook. It's saying it's preparing, but it's not launched yet. But we're gonna go on through this anyway. So Susan, we've been talking it up and been loving the fact that you are you've made a product for the animals. That's so amazing, to protect their ears. And that's a huge big deal. I mean, Susan, entrepreneur, dedicating all her time and energy to do one thing specifically right now, and that's protect dog ears. Tell us more about that.
Well, it all is my golden retriever's fault. He was an aging golden retriever, and I noticed that he was getting more and more sensitive to noises. And it just broke my heart to see him doing the panting thing, the running into the bathroom to hide. And I make human hearing protection. So I used my materials to make something for him, and I realized that it actually worked because it blocked the noises that scared him.
Oh, wow. What type of noises were they?
Well, this sounds so funny. It was the weed whacker. So the lawnmower didn't do it or whatever, but we bring out the weed whacker and I come inside and he is panting up a storm and hiding in the bathroom. And I was doing that to him. I scared him. So I realized I had to do something to help him. And
how did you know that it was that? Like, did it take you a while to do it, to find out that was what was annoying him, irritating him?
Yes, but I live on some good property, so once a week we were doing it. And when I left, he's on his bed, and when I came back in, he's in the bathroom panting and shivering and all that. So, yeah, it's horrible. And so
it makes me sad hearing that. I hate when dogs get scared by noises. It makes me
and
really.
We're doing it to them, and that's what bothered me is that I was doing it. I was making him afraid, so I needed to do something to help him.
Oh, so you made this product out of just caring about your doggy initially? Because were you in that industry at all whatsoever before?
No, nothing anywhere close to this. this is so out of my wheelhouse. It's been a hell of a
What were you doing before this?
I am a retired middle school teacher from San Diego, California.
Oh, my mom's a teacher. Shout out to all the teachers out there. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
What grade were you teaching?
Middle school, so 7th, 8th grade. I love that age. They're so hormonally.
Oh, that's that tough age.
I love it.
A lot of attitude too.
Oh yeah.
I worked in a high school, so I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, she knows
When
the
they get to high
educated
school,
too.
they're calmed down. They calm down a little bit because they're just kind of anticipating the change. 'Cause, yeah, after 8th grade in Chicago.
Shout out to all the teachers that are out there. My mama, she's a kindergarten teacher for 1,000 years. So I give teachers props. So you were, Susan, you were a teacher. So you're a teacher by trade.
Yes.
So you're a retired teacher, and your doggy, right? What's your doggy's name?
Coleman.
Coleman, right? So Coleman the what? What is he?
Golden Retriever.
So Coleman the Golden Retriever.
Now.
He you know, you recognize. I'm feeling you as a dog mom. Like you just like, my dog is not happy with these sounds are scaring him, so I'm gonna design. You like the ultimate mom. You're like, I'm about to like take care of my dog's ears for real. Wow, I love that. So
they're our family.
they're your family.
Yeah.
So what was you? So I mean, this is why I love, because obviously we know when there's certain sounds that freak dogs out. Because sometimes I tell people it could be something super. It doesn't have to be a loud sound. Sometimes it could just be a weird sound that makes them freak out. Chanel, does Bentley? Is there any sounds that Bentley are afraid of that freaks them out?
No, not that I've noticed. Nothing. Even with the fireworks, you know, a lot of people say that dogs are afraid of the fireworks. I'm more so nervous about the fireworks than he is.
Oh.
You know, in Chicago, they were doing fireworks for like since May.
That's what I was telling Susan. I was telling Susan that
every night.
they start early
oh
here.
Oh my gosh, I cannot sleep. And Bentley's like belly out, paws up. It did not faze him at all. I'm like, well, okay. Even thunderstorms, I'm the nervous wreck, and he's like,
Susan, can we get some plugs for Chanel?
Yeah.
Say it again?
We're gonna get some. We're gonna get Chanel some plugs. So you decided. So you're like, doggy, dun dun dun. Here I am. You made this. So walk me through that process. Like, how did you decide? Did you just grab a sketchboard? Are you like an engine? Do you all do engineering on the side? How did you get to the point of like designing some earplugs?
So I have a good friend that lives up in Lake County, up in Chicago land, and she is a veterinarian, and now she is on my board. And I went and spent a week up in her clinic, and I did ear impressions of anything that walked through that door.
Really?
Just so I can see what the inner anatomy looked like.
When you say ear impressions, like you were taking like clay or just what? Like how were you getting it? Silicone.
It's a 2-part silicone. It's the stuff that I use for human hearing protection. And so I got all these.
But how'd you get to that point of realizing that you needed silicone to do that? Like, were you reading something and then it said, "Hey, use silicone to get the impression. From the impression, make the mold"? Like, how'd that happen?
It's just what I did for humans. So I just did it on the dog.
But so wait, you said you did it for humans. I guess I got lost. Like, is that prior to when?
Yes. On the side, my side hustle is making human hearing protection for people that are in loud industry.
Gotcha. Okay.
Heavy equipment.
So were you doing that while you were teaching?
No, since I moved up here to Washington State, it's just something that I do on the side to help people, even autistic children, so that they have blockings and noises that make them anxious. So it kind of just goes hand in hand.
Gotcha.
Children, people, dogs, we all need help.
Okay, so you were already dealing with humans in ears, so you're into ears, period, then.
I guess so.
You're the ear queen. Okay. So that's a big deal because ears are super important. We love hearing things, right? And I thought about that too. Two industries that I've been in. I was in the music industry, and some of the old timers would say wear earplugs, and people are like, oh, I'm not wearing earplugs but then like I can tell that my hearing is definitely, being around loud music and concerts. But then that's a whole. We don't really take hearing and things that can damage the eardrum seriously. So let me ask you this, because I know sometimes I'll see people when fire hydrants go down the block and they hear something loud and they plug their ears. Should we be protecting our ears around loud sounds on a regular basis?
Well, your hearing is irreversible ear damage. So you're not going to get that back. So absolutely, anytime that there's anything, a weed whacker even, you should be wearing hearing protection.
Wow.
So think about this. So
Okay.
you're doing all these loud musics and things, but dogs hear it 5 times louder.
Wow. That
Think about
explains
how
it.
loud our world is, and they are our companions.
Susan, you just
They don't
changed my
even
life just
complain.
like that. So I need to really get control over it when Chanel screams at me. Chanel, no more screaming at Toriano over little meaningless things.
Susan, I did tell you that he was going to be picking on me, right?
You sure did. She warned me.
Yeah, okay.
It's not picking, it's just, I'm
See, here
just.
it goes. I'm sitting here listening and enjoying your conversation, and here he goes picking on me.
No, we're just discovering that
That just
ears
never
and
ends. I
hearing are
never
important.
scream at you, Toriano.
This is the
You never give me a reason to scream at you.
The off camera is brutal. Behind the scenes. Okay, so wow, Susan, this is the third. We've been having some amazing shows all week. Chris Roy on Saturday told us how he travels around on his plane rescuing dogs. Yesterday, Arturo Sosa developed an app because he was frustrated how the shelter process. And then here you are today, Susan Hansen saying, "Hey, I care about dogs' ears." I'm like, this is just dogs are just. Shows like the sensitivity of humanity. You know what I mean? It's like an ambassador of humanity. And like Gandhi said, you can judge a culture by the treatment of their animals. And like, boom, you're taking the time to develop a product to protect dogs' ears. Everyone, my mom, she says it and she means it because she's a kindergarten teacher. Only time I hear her get mean, she's like, everyone that with these fireworks should go to jail and rot forever.
Oh, they're horrible.
My poor dog, because her Doberman is like scattering around for the fireworks. So fireworks season, and you're saying that your patented process, you can put those earplugs in a dog's ears and protect their ears. Is that what we're hearing?
Absolutely.
Aww.
So let me explain though. It's not a plug and play type of thing. There is learning, training involved in this.
Okay.
It's like a dog that needs to be trained not to run in the road, or a puppy wearing a collar and a leash for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually learn and accept them. So these are super soft, specially formulated foam for their ears, and it goes deep into the ear canals. So I use the anatomy of the ear canals to help retain them, and that's the key right there, is that you need to pull up on the ear, so it opens up the ear canal, you put them in, and it kind of catches in the elbow of the ear canal.
You know what went through there's one right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this little tail gets caught in the ear canal, and then it doesn't pull out.
Susan,
but there's training, and bribery works wonders.
So you just made me think of a new show that we have to do, and that's showing how they go inside the doggy's ears.
Agreed. All right.
Susan, what do you think about the dog owners that clip the dog's ears? Like, I never really understood why they do that, and does that affect the hearing of does that enhance it now that their ears are cleared, like clipped?
Hair, which is a grooming thing that they do. But no, since these are molded specifically to that dog's ear, because it's a memory foam, it'll be a good solid seal on any dog.
But Chanel, I think when you're asked, Chanel, are you talking about clipped or cropped? Like when you crop a Doberman's ears, like when a dog's ears are cut?
No, like they cut the ears off. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I know, like with pit bulls.
Yeah, it's
I
called.
know that some owners are.
It's called cropping. So when they crop the ear historically, that's a great question. People ask, why would you cut a dog's ears? So for Dobermans, Connie Corsos, dogs that where the ears were cropped and the tail was cropped were for gladiator purposes. So if you had this Rottweiler, for example, who have short ears and no tail, you just have this head and a body coming to charge at you. There's nothing to grab a hold of for the dogs. And there's for some dogs too that were hunting purposes, when they're running through the bush, there's nothing to get caught on. Now it's just all fashion unless you are using a dog for true gladiator purposes. But that leads me, Chanel's awesome question leads me to the question for you, Susan, is that I just thought about regarding humans, where my doctor one time told me that Q-tips are bad because it pushes the wax into the eardrum. So is this bad for the dog to just pushing the wax into the dog's ear?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because yes, this needs to be used on clean ears. So hopefully people who buy these products, they care about their dog. So they clean their ears often, so they won't be an issue.
Okay. So it's not
and then how important, sorry, I got questions too.
No, go ahead.
So how important is the hygiene of dogs' ears? Like, I don't clean at least ears all the time. I don't know if that's bad mom duties.
Now you can do that today, I'm sure.
Right, yeah, but so how do you clean them though?
Well,
because I know when he goes to the groomer, they, do all of that, or he goes to the vet, they have like, ear drops or something that they put in there to flush it out.
Yep, exactly. Yes,
okay.
The pet store has great products that will help you clean them. Dogs' ears can get pretty gross, actually. So it's very important that we have clean ears.
Yeah, no, dogs' ears, and also I'm just thinking too, because dogs can get have yeast infection in the ears also too. So are your plugs in safe for dogs? Is it going to cause like any contamination in there? Like, are they a one-time deal? Like, you use the plug and throw it away, or once I buy some plugs, they're forever?
We've done some really good bacterial testing on them, because yes, dogs' ears are gross and dirty, and some do have the bacteria. But these plugs are made that you can wash them with warm water and soap and totally dry before you use them again. So they are reusable, but you don't just take them out and put them into another dog. It's one pair for one dog.
Okay, so you use them one time, then that's it.
Well, no, you can reuse them.
Oh, you can use them. Okay, okay. And then what's the lifespan of them?
I have yet to really damage one to no end, but it depends on the use. If there's a therapy dog that is with somebody 24/7, and they're going to be using them a lot more than the dog next door for fireworks. So I would say use your best judgment and see. And I have the 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. So it goes towards whatever size dog you have by their weight.
Okay. No, I love that. And it's, once again, I'm just thinking what a great opportunity too for police dogs that have to go through training, because when we're training a dog for that's going to be in situations where they're going to be around gunshots, we actually use sound effect downloads, audio downloads that we play to get the dog comfortable with the sound of gunshots, or hunting dogs have to get accustomed to gunshots. So is this something, have you talked into that market yet? People that use dogs for...
Exactly. I have My
What kind of
cat.
dog is that? What is that?
That's my cat. He's trying to be part of the dog show. So, yes, I have spoken with, and I have them in the hands of different police departments as well as military, because it is important to do this training that you talked about to get them desensitized. However, desensitized doesn't mean that their hearing is safe. Just because a hunt dog doesn't flinch when a shotgun is shot over its head doesn't mean it's a good hunt dog. It just means that you just damaged that dog's hearing. And then you're going to do it again and again and again. And that's not going to come back. And now you're going to have a 6-year-old awesome hunt dog who's totally deaf.
Wow. Now, have you got any pushback from like some of these old timers saying my dog don't need no damn earplugs, or like that's gonna make my dog weak, or I want my dog to experience the real thing, whether it's a police officer or whether it's a hunter?
Yep, I have, of course. And if you care about your dog, you will protect their hearing. This is a new thing, so people are kind of skeptical about it. But if you I just want to plant the seed so people can think about it. Next time something loud happens and their dog flinches or gets afraid, they go, oh yeah, I haven't even thought about that. Oh, I better protect his hearing. So, loud environment, concerts, airplanes, the world is loud.
The world is loud. You should use it as a tagline. So, what I just thought about too, as far as like protecting the dog, getting them accustomed to this. Once they get used to it, do you have to use it for life then for the dog? I mean, because then, like for a police dog, for example, they start with that. Like, how much have you done any tests to see how much it actually does reduce the sound? Is there any way to actually run studies like that?
Yes, there is. These are equivalent to what the human hearing protection is, which would be a 31 NRR, that's the rating. So what it does is it drops the noises, damaging levels down to a 31, which is like speaking volume. So say the airplane flying by, it drops down, but your dog can still hear your voice and hear your commands, but the damaging noise levels are not damaging their ears. That makes sense?
No, I totally. So how do we know then that it's 31? That's the. How do we get to that point? That's actually tested and been done on dogs to know what the damaging level is.
Testing on the materials and different decibel levels through the material. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm just thinking there's so many different ways to use that product. It's super exciting. Are you now from a business stance, do you have other competitors or other people that are doing this on the field?
Not the in-ear hearing protection. In-ear is strictly me, and I'm patented. So it is just crit ear. And I also have future developments for horses and, the mounted shooting horses and the police, the police horses, thoroughbreds, hunting mules. So I'm getting into the horse world as well. And then also electronics. So I'm working on electronic ones for the hunt dogs, as well as the working dogs that has a communication piece in it. So the handler can talk to the dog.
Wow.
The hearing is protected.
How would that work? Would they have like a little microphone?
It's all in the works. So
Tell us. Where's the microphone? I can't tell you the secret sauce yet.
Nope. It's all about protecting the dog, though.
Wow. So you're gonna make one that has a hit. So like I can act like James Bond and then tell my dog, hey, Johan, meet me over here. And I'll talk right into his ear?
Yep.
That
That's
is,
exactly
you know
it.
what? That would be, ooh, that would be crazy because like in the show ring, that's interesting because once the dog is in the ring, you're not supposed to talk to the dog. But if you have like some little secret microphone, you can like, hey, straighten up, look straight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
So
Wow.
I see on this, on your watchers, somebody just asked, do dogs really need ear protection? Well, can you hear? They can hear. Yes, of course they need hearing protection.
They do
Of
need,
course.
right. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying for you, because the dog, like you said, it's irreversible dog. They're exposed, which also too would reduce on the separation anxiety and other anxieties that come with, because what ends up happening a lot of times for dogs that are super afraid of sounds, sometimes the first, especially depending upon the breed, the first thing that a person does is they start picking the dog up, you know, in like a baby. So then that increases the anxiety for the dog, because then if the owner's not around, they're looking for them. So instead of the dog being reactive at all to a sound, this is a way that you could, you know, if you know that it's going to be, for example, the next big loud incident probably will be like election day. There's going to be a lot of people out doing all kind of different things, all kind of parties, whatever else. So you could prepare your dog for those days, New Year's, Super Bowl parties, or whatever. That what a new, different kind of concept. Because I know they do have the actual ear muffs for dogs, things that you can put on the entire ear. Which I always wondered about that, like how did that stay on the dog? But this is, you're the first person to invent something that goes inside of the ear.
Yes, and you know that it is protecting them because there are no holes, ill-fitting muffs, or if you have the tight shirt for them, they can still hear the noises that scare them. These go into the ear, fit them thoroughly, and it's very comfortable and soft for them. And soon they don't even realize they're there. My Coleman, after he got used to wearing them, he almost looked forward to having them in, so he could go over on his bed and just zen out because he doesn't have to hear anything or anyone and just chill.
That, you know what?
That's nice.
You know what I just thought about too? This would be great for dog kennels too, like at nighttime, like nighttime, to put the earplugs in their ears so they're not just easily interrupted or wake up.
And I know firsthand knowledge that if it is consumed, it does come out whole. So dogs eat weird things, and so I'm working on making them so that you can see them in an X-ray, just in case you suspect that they ate it, that you go to your vet and it'll be able to be seen in an X-ray.
If a person, where are they being sold right now?
Right now, I'm doing e-commerce at www.crittear.com, CRITTEAR. I am working on getting into Amazon as well, and I also have started selling wholesale for retailers at these things as well.
Okay, so if a person wants to get them, they should go to Crittear, CRETT. I'm sorry, CRITT. EAR.
Yeah, it's kind of a pun on critter.
Critter. Okay, critter. I get it. So they should go to CRITTEAR to purchase. And what's the price of the crit ears?
They're $35, and for medium and large, and small will be available in about a month.
That is so awesome. That's super duper.
Preview of the small. I'm just getting them in from my manufacturer, who is in the United States. Super manufacturing here in the U.S.
That is so awesome. Chanel, you ready to get some crit ears for baby Bentley?
Yeah, if he allows me to put him in there, he's probably gonna figure it out. Like, nah, I'm okay.
Right.
Billy's a different kind of dog.
Have you done like enough like tests to see like have dogs? If they get in there, is it super easy for them to kick them out?
Well, because I use the anatomy of the ear canals, it does help with the retention. But sure, yeah, they can get them out. That's where the training comes in. That you just keep it a fun and positive training with some bribery, treats, loves, whatever. And like I said before, soon they don't even realize they're there because they're so soft and pliable, and they can still hear your voice.
They can still hear your voice, so it's not like you put them in and then all of a sudden you're calling your dog, "Hey, Bentley, Bentley," and he's looking at you like, "What?" So they can still hear your voice.
Yes,
okay, that's good.
I think he heard you too, Toriano. He was thinking like, "What?"
He heard me. Well, this is so super amazing. Susan, before we end the show, I have to ask you a question and put you on the spot like I've been putting all the guests on the spot. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh. I'm ready. Born ready.
Born ready. Of course, you're an entrepreneur. You have to make tough decisions every day. You got to be put on the spot every day. So I'm ready to put you on the spot right now. So you are guest 3 of our second season. Prior first season, we did 27 episodes. Now we have a total of 60 episodes that are booked. Thanks to Dana Humphrey, the Beast, Chanelli Nell, Joyce, and the whole Wolfkeeper team. The question that we were prepared to ask you today, we're going to put you on the spot. Will you be our guest January 3rd, 2021?
You know it. I was waiting for the invite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So, no, it's going to be the cool thing that we're doing right now is lining all our guests up now for next year, because I want to go into next year already booked. All 365 plus shows we're going to have booked for next year, like locked and loaded. So I feel like I just want to go out and hug you right now and hug somebody because you care enough about your dogs that you protecting their ears. And I know that's a super huge deal.
And I need to educate people that they really
everything
protect their
that
dogs.
you made me think about.
Oh my God, and educating people about that. Well, we're going to go out and spread the word. Protect your dog's ears. Susan Hansen, thank you so much for being a part of our show today. You're an ambassador of humanity, because I truly believe, I love that so much when Gandhi says judgment for dogs and pets based our country and world is dependent upon the treatment of our animals, and for you to care enough to protect their ears. I truly always feel bad when people say their dog's ears hurt. So thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, Chanelli Nell. Thank you for Dana Humphrey.
Thank you. Peace and love. Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday. Go out and have fun and love somebody. Hearts up. Peace and love.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.